Hey, and welcome back. I'm really excited about today's video. But before we dive in, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. My 9-month-old daughter, almost 9-month-old daughter says, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss any of our fit tips, our weight loss tips, or healthy recipes. Today's gonna be a little bit different. Today we are going to be doing a DIY, do it yourself at home for a non-professional hair highlights or dye. So today I am not a hair professional. I did not go to cosmetology school. I'm not licensed, nothing at all. However, we're gonna be doing a DIY for the non-professional on hair highlights. So, and we're gonna show you step by step what I'm using, how to do it. And we are gonna be putting blue hair highlights in my mom's hair. My mom has hair just like mine. And so we're gonna be touching up her roots, getting rid of the gray. We're gonna be putting blue streaks. So we're gonna have to bleach that first, put the blue, and with any luck, it is gonna look like she just stepped out of a salon, paid hundreds of dollars, except we didn't. And yeah, so let me show you what we're gonna be using, and then I will show you my mom's hair and what we're doing. And like I said, I'll give you a step-by-step of how to achieve this look at home for a fraction of the cost of what you would spend at the salon, if your salon's even open right now with all this craziness going on. So we're gonna be doing her roots, and we're just gonna use a 20 volume developer, and we're using Wella hair color. And we are doing a combination of a 535 and a 4. This is actually my hair color as well. So and I'll show you how to mix that up. Then we're gonna be using blonde. This is a lightening powder. Actually, they would say bleach. And it's gonna go up to 9 levels. We also have a 0 lift developer, and then this is gonna be our blue. This is Fram Color Glamour, and it is in the color Pure Blue. So this will obviously make a lot more sense when you start seeing it going on, and then look at this. Look at that blue. Isn't that crazy? Okay, here is Karen, and this is her before hair. So we are going to cover the gray with the dark brown, and then we are gonna lighten up and have blue all throughout. So this is her before. I'm gonna be starting by mixing the browns together with the developer. Okay, so I just put my mixing bowl. You can use any bowl on the scale. I'm gonna press tare, and we're gonna put equal parts of color and developer. So I'm gonna go in with my 4 first. Okay, so we're squeezing this in, and I'm gonna start with 1/2 ounce, 0.5 ounces. Now I have my other color, which is 535. It's a light brown, so we're mixing 2 different browns. I'm gonna press tare on the scale, take it back to 0, and I'm gonna put in the same amount, so 0.5. There we go. Okay, I'm just using a 20 volume developer because we don't need it to lift a lot. And we basically have, so I'm gonna press tare again, and I'm gonna put in equal parts developer with equal parts dye. I'm telling you, it takes talent to hold this camera and this thing at the same time. All right, so we're gonna go all the way up to 1. There we go. And then we're gonna mix. This is just a simple application brush. You can get these at pretty much any store, super cheap. You can buy them on Amazon, online, and we're gonna mix this. Just wanna make sure all that's incorporated, so mix it really well, scraping down the sides. Okay, and I'm just gonna start applying this to her roots. Getting rid of the gray, getting rid of the gray. Getting rid of the quarantine roots. You're gonna be a new woman, Mom. Mm-hmm. and our bowl's dry. She's got a lot of roots, a lot of hair. So we are going to mix up some more. Same process. So we're mixing up some more dye. And here's the beauty about buying it like this is like literally we're just using what we need and then we can save that for the next time, which is awesome. So I'd rather mix up too little and have to mix more than mix up too much. It's always equal parts. So if you use, when you're using permanent color, so if you use 0.5 ounces of the color, you're gonna use 0.5 ounces of the developer. So as long as you're equal, you're all good. Right, Mom?
Right. So she's gonna bring me my,
All right, our bowl is empty. The dye is on, and we are gonna set the timer for about 25 minutes because we're covering gray. So like when I do my hair, I just do 15 to 20 minutes, but I don't really have any gray yet. Speaking life over my non-gray hair. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna check her hair in 20 minutes and rinse her out. Okay, we're at 25 minutes. Time to rinse it off. Step one, almost done. Just in case y'all were thinking we were bougie. Nope, she's still got a rinse in the sink. I ain't got no bougie chair. That's one downfall of at-home hair dye. You don't have a chair, you gotta use the sink. Okay, so the roots are done. We have no more gray roots. And now we are gonna blow dry and then we're gonna put on the lightener. After it's dried, you can see it's hard to see because it's not in the light, but it's really pretty color. So anyway, there is the step one done. And here's the thing, if we were just gonna stop here, then that would have been a $10 root touch-up, and it looks great. But we're not stopping here. We're about to mix our bleach up. You're gonna mix the lightener. You're gonna mix a combination of the bleach powder and the developer to a sour cream type consistency. That little tip came from one of my girlfriends who owns a salon. Who's a genius, but there we go. It's all mixed up and ready to go. Now I just have some foils. I just basically took aluminum foil, ripped off sheets, and then we cut them in half. And so I have some homemade foils here that we're gonna use. Okay, we are done. She has all the foils on, lightening it up, and then we'll rinse it, and that's where the blue will go. We are pulling out the top foils. Okay, we just pulled out the rest of the foils and just rinsed the blonde. You can see it lightened up really nice. So now we're gonna shampoo and make sure everything's out of it. Okay, so we just got done rinsing and washing the blonde, the bleach out. So you can see how it's got all the light streaks through it, which are gonna be blue. Looks good so far. So now we're gonna dry it and add the blue. We're gonna mix the blue color. So we're gonna use a zero lift developer because we don't need it to lighten. And we're going to use this color, which is in pure blue. And again, we're gonna do equal parts. Okay, so here it is before the blue. You can see now that it's dry, all the different blonde streaks in it. And then there's our blue hair dye. Okay, now we are taking all the blonde, I'm re-separating it, and then we are putting the blue over the part I just lightened. This is the tricky part because I'm trying to pull up all the pieces that I lightened. You're a professional watching me. Don't judge my technique. I'm not a professional. I'm a DIYer. Okay, all the blue is foiled in and we're gonna let it sit. Our next will be rinse. We're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, so here we are outside and you can see the blue. And her hair is still nice and shiny. You can put your head down so we can see the blue. Okay, so we just got done with our DIY hair, and just a couple tips from, if you're watching this, you're probably curious about doing your own DIY hair. So a couple tips from one DIYer to another. The blue, you'll see in the pictures, did show up, but I would have left the blue on a little bit less. It did darken. Now what we will be able to see is how the blue fades over the next couple of weeks, and it does show up more in the sun. But for a really fun, subtle, playful, like awesome color for a grandma, I think it turned out amazing. And a fraction of the cost of what it would have been at the salon, and really not that hard to do. I've never bleached hair, I've never done any sort of highlights, and I was able to do that today fairly simply. So anyway, let me know if you decide to do anything, and let me know if there's anything. Hey, I'm all about playing with my mom's hair. So if there's anything that you think she should do or a fun thing that she could rock, let us know in the comments. So thanks so much for watching. Yeah. There's the grandma. She's saying, yep, let me know. See, doesn't she just look younger? Do you like it?
I like it, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And again, this camera does not do it justice. You can see the blue more in person than you can in the camera. But hey, it is what it is. Turned out super good. We're happy with it. And anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.